Good morning. Good morning. How are you? My name is Maggie Chula, and I am a healer for the soul. I am also a psychic channel and a teacher, a spiritual teacher. Good morning. It's good to see you. As I said, this is Maggie Chula, and I am here to talk to you about some classes that I have put together for this month. I work with Om Times Magazine as an expert, and my area of expertise has to do with the soul. I work with beings of light that are known as archangels, ascended masters, gods, goddesses, a lot of different beings, and they have worked through me to build up and to create some classes. So, it's good to see you here. And as I shared before, I believe very strongly in the knowledge that we are all connected by that great, beautiful source vibration many of us call God, or the universal source energy. Whatever you call it, I know that you and I are connected. And the beautiful angels, the archangels, the ascended masters, all those beings of light that you have talked to or thought about or prayed to, they are all a part of our collective soul. And we have the ability to talk to and communicate with them and to build up and learn from their wisdom. So this session was called Talking to Your Soul. And that's what I want to help you learn how to do. Many of you have taken my course on soul healing, and I appreciate that so much. Thank you. There are several out there right now, and I will do another one next month. But those sessions have to do with how connecting up to your very own source of light, connecting up to that part of you that belongs in the Akasha, in heaven, in the afterlife with God, is one of the most important aspects to healing your life, to healing your body, and to helping you with a healthy mind. Oops. I have a little bit of itchiness going. I have two cats who are right now shedding, and so I'm going to try to ignore that. Or maybe this means somebody's thinking of me. Anyhow, what I wanted to share today is, in the past, I've asked for some questions, and I want you to feel free to send me questions, and I do come back and look at the different things that are on here, and I will respond to them. But right now, my main focus is to share with you information about this beautiful platform that we're building to create classes that can go out anywhere as long as you have an internet connection. Now, this platform, the Experts platform, when I come and I bring my classes on soul healing, those have been free. And if you've taken one, you'll know that I ask a being of light to come through and to channel a vibrational healing for you. And in the past, we have had Mother Mary, Saint Germain, Archangel Raphael have come through. Those are free. Those are out there on the platform, and you can go find one right now. We had set them up so that one would be focused on love, healing you, healing your heart, helping you open up to what it means to be in a whole, healthy, beautiful relationship, letting go of things from the past that might have made you feel unworthy of being in a committed, loving relationship. And remember, some of these things happen and build up through time when you're very young. And so you may not even be aware of what's happening when you're creating these beliefs. But it doesn't matter. You don't have to go the old school way, which is going and trying to identify the belief and changing it and creating some new mindset to come in there. That's good. You can still do that. Absolutely. But the work that I do with these master teachers shares, we can go in and on a vibrational level help you be able to shift that energy, shift that piece, that part of you that's stuck. So if you're feeling right now like something's not right, you just don't quite understand what's going on, but you can't seem to break free, then I strongly urge you to go and check that out, because those are free. And the beings that I channel love to come through and to help us because they're here right now. We go on the assumption that you and I want to do our best. We want to share our best and bring our best and help this world heal. And I believe, and through their teachings, they've helped me learn that that means we must heal our connection to our soul. We need to heal the fact and the understanding, go beyond the mental understanding that we are spiritual beings and start to plunge headlong into communing with that part of us that is connected up to the source and to the wisdom of the universe. Now, if you see some lights coming in and out, right now we're probably going to go into a storm. So let's just see what happens. I've got these beautiful beings with me, and they're doing their very best to keep the power going. So, all right, just wanted to explain what the flickering is. So the classes that we've set up for soul healing are out there, and I'm not doing another one this month. This month, I have been asked by Master Buddha to bring forth a free class that's called 3 C's. 3 C's. I knew what it was before all this was happening. What is it called, honey? 3 C's of soul healing, of course. The 3 C's of soul healing. And that's going to be a week from Saturday. But this coming Saturday, I have a class that's on channeling source to soothe your soul. So in that one, that's where I'm teaching you how to go and channel with your source. Now, many of you do that already, and you do it. Actually, we all do it, but we're kind of unconscious about the whole thing. And it's really important for your growth and for spirituality for mankind that we start to be more conscious in our communications. So we are going to go and build on some of the classes I've had on channeling source. Only this one's going to be to set up a protocol, an actual protocol, word by word, that you can use. Now, you don't have to use my words, and I encourage you, absolutely encourage you to find your own way. But for many people, they just like to have it. They're used to having a way. They're used to having a prayer that goes right to the Akasha. And so I have been told by Mother Mary and by Archangel Raphael that they have been working on that. And they have been channeling information through me so fast that I actually consciously am not fully aware of what it is. And I know that for some of you, you're probably thinking, I don't think I want to go that far. And nobody is asking you to do that. We all have a talent for our soul. We all brought something back to help us in this lifetime. And mine, it just happens to be, I am in a vibrational alliance that these beings of light come through. Now, I took plenty of time this past week to figure out where am I going, because we've done Explore the Akashic Records. And while I enjoy teaching that so much, I do it in sort of a 3D version, 9D version. So I go from where you are right now and I take you way up into the highest level of the Akashic vibration, into the vibration of the source. And from there, I ask you to sort of come back down a little to be able to channel beings of light. Because when you connect up and you know you're in the highest vibration, your heart and soul are in alignment with, then you can know you're receiving information that is in alignment with your highest good. And we all know that there are many ways of communicating, and there are many beings who are here with us. And some of them, like it or not, are more in alignment with chaos. And they do like to pull us off track. Have you ever felt that? Like you're on track and you're really making your move and all of a sudden, boom, you are off track. And that can happen. That can happen to all of us. And so some of the tools that your own Council of Light, so the beings that are here helping you, some of the ways they'll communicate with you are going to be to help you know on a conscious level how you're doing this now. How are you working with them now? Because when you can know that, you know that in your head, you have the awareness that waking up at 3 o'clock every single day and hearing time, that means more than just, oh, it's 3 o'clock and my internal clock is set for that. No, those are wake-up calls from Spirit. Those are wake-up calls. And many of us will share with you that not only should you pay attention, but in that journal, remember, I've been trying to help you learn that it's good to write things down. Because when you write things down, then you have a recording of where are you now and where are you going to be, right? Where do you want to be? Where are you now? So in that recording, you would write down, woke up at 3 o'clock again, woke up at 3 o'clock again, and then maybe you're finally going to go online and go, well, what would 3 mean? That's right. You're going to want to expand and go, well, 3 o'clock in the morning means I have 4 more hours, and what am I getting up for? No, it means 3 is the number. Well, first of all, it's Buddha's number. Buddha breaks everything down to 3. And when I work with him, he is constantly sharing, Maggie, go back, because if you have 4 pieces, that's too many for people. You need to go back to 3. So it could mean that Master Buddha is here with you, asking you to simplify your life. And then you should think about, well, what was I doing? What am I not paying attention to? A message that comes over and over and over and over, and I keep getting it. But the other thing that it can mean is numerology. And in numerology, the number 3 means sacred communication. Sacred communication, spiritual communication, communicating, right? There was the trilogy, the Father, Son, Holy Ghost, the trilogy that my council has shared with us, which is higher heart, the heart of God, your higher heart, and the heart of the earth. So that's another trilogy. So you want to start to push beyond that. And I know when I was woken up, back when I was still in my corporate job and trying to pretend none of this was happening, you know, even though I had the Palladians, the little purple light beings, greet me in the hotel rooms every night, I was in denial. And so for about 3 months, I was woken at 3:21, precisely. I would look at the clock and it was 3:21. It was annoying. It was pretty annoying. And finally I was writing 3:21, and then I started to wake up and it'd be 3:21 and I'd hear 3, 2, 1 now. 3, 2, 1 time. 3, 2, 1 now. I mean, like if they could scream louder in my head, I'd get the message. Well, I'm sort of sad to say it did take me about 3 months to acknowledge what I knew. And here's what I knew. I had walked away from this work when I was 9 and my mother had been murdered. It's true. But I was getting visions. I said I'd come back to it. I said I'd come back to it. I had a time, I had a year, I had an age, which I never expected to reach. And I was approaching that time. And so this internal clock that my soul had said, Maggie, we gave you that time, and now it's time for you to honor your commitment. What? You have a sacred commitment? Yes, you have a sacred commitment to your soul, just like I had to mine. And your soul could want you to be here, and I think it does want you to be here to learn about love. Absolutely. And that's why Mother Mary, the Divine Feminine, the Goddess Lakshmi, White Tara, all these beautiful beings of light that through many cultures and many centuries have been known as the sacred love, the sacred compassion, are here, are being shared with people. We are feeling them, sensing them, knowing them, waking up to them. This is their time too. But it goes beyond that. It goes to the fact that we as human beings are changing. And we're being pushed through all the actions that are going on in the world to find our center, to find that center of light inside us. And so I have a company that I have worked with, that I've been building, that's called A Center for Enlightenment. And I didn't think much of it because I go off track, and so I'm channeling their wisdom, and I'm creating books, and I'm trying to do all these things, and Buddha kept coming back recently, very recently. 3, go back to 3. And so I realized he was right. I got off track. I've been getting off track. I want to do this. I want to help over here. And I have to start to realize simple is best. So I am helping by sharing with you these beings of light who come through me and share their wisdom. And I looked in my book, Open the Doorway to Your Soul, to find the chapter from Buddha, because I thought, well, that's great. We'll start to teach from the book. And what I found was, I kind of knew part of this, like I said, Stormy, was I never published Buddha's work because I kind of stopped at the year 2014 when I finished the first 20 chapters for the first book and the master teachers there. But so many others have come through since then that I needed to start to work and share this with you. So Buddha is going to be the master teacher who is with me when we give the next free class, which will be on the 3 C's of soul healing. And that is very much in alignment with channeling your source and also with those free vibrational healings that I had done. And we're bringing you up to the fact that you can at any time open up the wisdom and connect to it and be able to see your own Akashic knowledge. And many people think it's a book, records, all those different things. But when you get to the vibration of your source, that's where you really get to learn about life between lives, where we can really start to dialogue on that soul level. So let me bring this back. I want to share with you a couple of things. Number 1, you can send me questions. You can send me questions and ask a master teacher. I will be going onto these free classes and I will be addressing them. We will pick a question. You can ask me a master teacher. I have over 50 that I have actually 50 that I have worked with. Some once, some more than once. Kuthomi only worked with him once. Quite an interesting being. And they are all very unique to me because I have learned how to read vibrations, how to feel and sense vibrations. So I want to work to help you open up that multidimensional being inside you. I want to help you learn how to talk your soul language. And your language will be different than mine, and some things will be the same. It's like when you have dreams. Have you ever studied dream therapy? There are things you can go out on the internet to say, I dreamed about being naked and talking in front of people. What does that mean? Now you can find several interpretations of that, but naked in this case, from what I'm hearing in my head, is that you're feeling vulnerable. You're feeling that people can see the real you, that you're not hiding anymore. You're sharing your true self, but you're still doing it. You're standing up. You're going to be seen and heard. So actually, it would be a dream that shares your self-confidence is growing. Your understanding of who yourself is growing. Now, let's say you have one about snakes. I have snakes. I have lots of different snakes. Snakes in many symbolic languages can be thoughts. Because thoughts, when you see them, some people visualize them as just these little worms almost, these little garter snakes that are flitting in and out and around your vibrational energy. But a snake might also mean there's a lot of water, like right now, there's a lot of storms going on, and you're worried about being able to get somewhere, and you might have to not have any roads that are smooth. I mean, so I'm going to ask you to expand your ability to really see things, to sense them, to absorb them. And that's where your journal comes in. So, learning to talk with your soul, learning your soul language, all of these things build on each other. And they start with you being able to connect up and channel your soul wisdom. Now you can meditate, absolutely, and just receive information. And some people like to bring it in and have it come through their hands and start to write. You can do anything. It's amazing. And the other thing that you can do that we'll talk about has to do with how do you channel healing energy so that your body gets that beautiful vibration and starts to relax and heal and heal. And where you had been having issues in your physical body, you can turn that around. So it all has to do with healing, and it has to do with different levels of healing your soul. And when you do that and you start to work with that connection, you will start to sense and feel a greater alignment with nature. You will start to sense and feel a greater level of compassion for yourself and for those around you. And you will start to see and realize synchronistic events that happen. Numbers will start to pop out at you. Songs will start to be played in your head or on the radio. So, I'm talking to you today about my classes that have to do with healing the soul, that have to do with channeling your source, and also what are those 3 C's of soul healing. Those are all coming up, and I hope to see you there. Thank you so much for sharing this time with me. I want you to go out and be your best, bring your best, and know you are safe, you are whole, and you are a part of God. learn that language of your soul, and help those of us who are also connected to you learn ours. For as we build this bridge of light, we are all being healed. Bye-bye. See you next week.